Hello there, welcome to the channel, welcome back, perhaps, possibly. We have a little bit of a smorgasbord for you today, dealing with a few different things. These are all, I'm not going to say little things, but these are all things that we've been wanting to get to for quite a while that I think could very much determine how we move forward with this project, with the sounds that we like making. And we're going to be covering a few different pedals. After our usual setup for the fuzz tone, we've got compression, we've got the forever welcome enzo, which we have a couple of evil plans for, and we've got the dweller. Now, what this comes down to is essentially thinking about the attack of the contrabass clarinet. So one of our takeaways from the session at Nam Nam was that we don't always like the attack, the tonguing attack. So basically our setup with the intramic system is it's a microphone in a long metal tube, and we're changing the length of the tube, but there's two extraneous sounds. I'm not going to say extraneous, maybe two acoustic sounds that are affecting that. So there's the tonguing of the clarinet, so we're getting like the tonguing sound quite strongly, which is creating a bit of sputtering with the fuzz. And then there's the key clicks. Now, we've got two basic approaches that we're planning to take. One is to take those sounds, which are natural and beautiful in their own way, and to basically amplify them, to emphasize them, probably being a better word here, using the dweller to explore both a delay and some of its own unique kind of delay stuff, to take those sounds and turn them into a feature of the approach. But we've also got the enzo, which has an envelope filter in its dry mode, the non-synth mode that it does so beautifully. So we'll be playing around with that envelope filter. We may even have a little bit of a noodle if we're feeling cheeky with the envelope follower, just to see how that sounds. And then also we've got once more an attempt at adding some compression. We don't think the compression is going to be exactly what's needed, because the key sounds, the tonguing sounds, are not necessarily louder than everything else. They're just of a different nature. But we wanted to spend a little bit of time playing with that again, just to see what possibilities there are. So there we go. That's our basic overview. We'll be playing with some compression. We'll be playing with the enzo for the filter. We will also be playing with the enzo because we want to try the synth modes. The problem that we were having with the sustain NV series, this is where the sustain NV kind of thing comes in, is that we had that awesome setup with the Super Ego Plus, but the key clicks and the tonguings were being picked up as sounds to be held and frozen by the pedal. Our idea is that maybe the enzo has perhaps been designed to ignore such sounds with its synth modes, because in a guitar you would also get those kind of like finger picky kind of sounds, like the sliding up the string, the unwanted attacks, the unwanted harsh attacks perhaps sometimes, and that the synth might be designed to ignore those. So that's what we're hoping there. So this is to do with both our, what were we going to call it, attack avoidance, something like that. Basically trying to deal with these tonguing attacks and the key clicks, but also the sustain envy. Those things are coming together. Also then, we will be exploring the dweller as a way of turning those clicks into something that is a feature rather than a disadvantage. So let us dive in. Oh, there's one more thing about the compression before we start with the compression. We have noticed that there's a difference of volume sometimes with the different registers of the clarinet. That being probably because some notes are further away from the microphone than others. So different fingering positions can sometimes result in different volumes. So compression will be another way of evening that out. Okay, let's dive in. One more thing. We've got a rainy morning here in Tokyo. So if you can maybe hear that rain in the background, you'll have to bear that in mind and bear with it, because I want to talk. Let's dive in and see where things go. So we've got our bank of samples, which is all various different things. A lot of it is to do with the sound design, things with the different ranges that we came up with before. Our first sample, though, is the lowest note, the low C on the contrabass clarinet, which we've found to be a good way of tone designing. Maybe it'll be useful here, but we do have a load of different samples we'll try. So here we go. Here's that. Okay, let's try some compression. There we go. Blend knob, wrong way. Yeah, it doesn't take much to trigger that compression. One thing we do want to do is just check that the level is it's actually a bit of a boost in. Yeah, it must be like a 1 o'clock unity gain. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's start with the compression. The ratio is something we want to work with, but it's getting triggered very easily. It's interesting, it does seem to emphasize the choppier aspect. Obviously we can add makeup here. And a bit of the blend knob there. think we only need a tiny little bit of compression, maybe. Okay, listen to that attack. Listen to the attack. It's got that overtone thing going on. Yeah, it doesn't stop that. It does seem to diminish it a little bit though. Maybe it is slightly louder. No, I don't think so. Let's have a really squashy compression. Okay. Yeah, as expected, it doesn't change the attack sound. We have another sample here, which is a key click sample and a tonguing sample. So let's have a listen to that. You can hear the key click there, and you can hear the attack quite well there too. Though, okay. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for the attack. Okay, so we've definitely established that compression is not going to help with the key clicks or the tonguing sounds. What I do want to look at it for, though, is like they talk about how compression on guitar can give it a really beautiful sustain quality. And that's something I want to take a quick look at. I guess we are going into sustain envy a little bit here, aren't we? I guess what they mean by that, when they talk about sustain, a compression giving a lovely sustain, is that it evens out a lot of the variation, so you get a very smooth tone. I don't know if that's what we're going for with the clarinet. But I want to give that a try very quickly. So we're going to go to one of the other samples, which is a whole range sample. The whole of the clarinet, using the sections that we designed for the tone design stuff we were doing. So that's sub bass. You can hear how that G there has like a weaker tone. You can hear, I think, how the volume is louder there too. Here comes that weaker G again now. There. Okay. So you can hear a few different things there where it's like the high notes do seem louder, and also some of like that G that I pointed out is quieter. So we're just going to play around with that a little bit and see how this sounds in terms of a nicer sustained tone. That's nice. The G still sounds weaker, but okay, bringing the threshold. Oof. Didn't notice if that G was... I am getting a general feeling of more... Yeah. Yeah, you can hear how there's like that G is actually evened out now. It's much more on par with the others, and I do feel like we're getting a little bit more evenness with those high notes as well in terms of comparing to other registers. This is really good to be working on. I really like this, and the interesting thing is because different notes have different textures, it's nice to have all of the textures brought to the same volume level. I think that makes sense. I want to try with a little bit more, actually. I think I want to try a little bit more compression, and also ratio is something that we want to, like, how much the extra tones are extra tones. What do I mean by that? How much the compressed tones are compressed. We might even want that quite high. Let's play with that and see where it goes. Level we can definitely bring up. I'm not sure. Level and blend, we need to figure out what practical difference that means. Okay. Okay, let's calibrate things by that G. Here it comes. Here we go. Yeah. Nice nice and even. Yeah. Yeah, there's something lovely about that boominess, but I think okay, in terms of the thresholds, we want it to be as unobtrusive as possible. Here we go with the G. Yeah, it's that G that seems to be our so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to that specific sample, the mids sample. Okay, not mids, sorry, bass sample, because we are very much in the bass range here. Yeah, you can definitely hear it there too, huh? Okay. Definitely evens it out. Okay, let's see what it would take to like really even it out. Yeah. I think even a little bit lower than 12 then. Yeah, even there is okay still. Yeah, still hearing that G okay. See there, I'm starting to hear it as weaker. Okay, let's try noon. Yeah, even still a little bit on the way down. Okay, let's try. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. I mean, let's just be super. Imagine maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna like entirely even that out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put it at quarter there. I'm satisfied with that. Okay, now ratio we need to work with, and then we'll see how it feels with a little bit of the blend knob rolled back, and then we want to even out the volume. Okay, let's see how this goes. It sounds very flat, especially in the attack. Almost robotic. We want a little bit of a bounce to it. That's quite nice, where we've got a little bit of bounce in there. I think the word is dynamic. Still a little up, maybe. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that full range sample. Not a huge practical difference there. Okay. Oh, lovely textures. do want things a bit more even than that. I think noon seems to be good. Okay, we're gonna not think about that too much. We're gonna see what happens when we add in the blend knob. Okay, I think that's okay for now. I like adding in a little bit of this. I think it gives it a little bit of brightness. These guys, the ratio and the blend, we're going to come back to another time. What I want to finish off with now as far as the compression goes is just making sure that it matches with the volumes that we're used to coming through this chain. So here we go. Less makeup, maybe. Actually, maybe we should be playing with the level here. That seems right to me. Oh, you can hear the difference with that G, can't you? Lovely. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, overall, I'm gonna leave that for now, and I'm happy with it. I do want to do that in more detail. It would be cool to play with that a little bit more. Compression has been difficult for us to get our head around, but this is really good, and I can see the advantages of it. I can hear the difference, the little tonal advantages that it gives us here and there, and even I think I can hear the sustain thing we were talking about, where it just evens out the little volume differences, and actually, because of the volume differences being evened out, the sustain is more interesting, like the internal qualities are somehow more apparent. I guess some are not overpowering others, perhaps. Anyway, that took a little longer than expected. Moving on.